Hi, I'm John from Bodyshop Revolution and welcome to the very first video showing what Bodyshop Revolution is all about. Now, I've been waiting a while to do these videos because originally we were promoting Bodyshop Revolution to individual body shops, but now we've brought it on video. And video means it's easy access for anybody around the world to get to understand some of the ideas and the concepts around Bodyshop Revolution. So I guess you're going to ask, first of all, what is Bodyshop Revolution? Well, Bodyshop Revolution is a way of thinking, and from that, a development of processes and techniques that you can use to enhance your body shop business. So why would you watch me talking about various aspects of the collision industry? Well, let's just, for example, say that you have a lack of profit. If you have a lack of profit, then clearly you'll have been exploring ways in which to increase profit. If that's something you're serious about and you need to do, then I'm sure there are some insights that you'll see from the series of videos that I'm putting together now that could help you to generate more profit in your business. Or maybe your business, for example, is chaotic. Maybe there's so much chaos in your business that you just feel that you're continually juggling, you're continually firefighting, and you find day-to-day stressing, and you just need a bit more calmness and a little bit more quiet within your business. And that is an area that Bodyshop Revolution can help you to achieve. If you have what you would consider, and maybe your insurer clients or your customers consider, to be excessively long cycle times, maybe in the region of above 8 days typically, you may find some help in some of the videos that I'm producing to help you get that cycle time down. And some of the things we can do, for example, would be to reduce cycle time by half. Now, I know you think that's a tall order, but that's quite achievable. So part of the video series will be very much about how you can reduce your cycle time and improve your throughput. Or perhaps you're having difficulty with staff. Perhaps the people that you employ are difficult or perceived to be difficult. Maybe you find them coming to work with perhaps the wrong attitude. Maybe they're not really pulling their weight and you worry about how you might deal with them, which probably leads on to bonus systems. Perhaps, for example, you find that you've tried a time save bonus, you've tried flat rate, you've tried team bonuses, and none of them really make a difference or any significant difference. So one of the things we're going to be discussing is bonuses, how they work, and human behavior. One thing that most body shop managers tell me, of course, is that they struggle to get enough work through. They find somehow they get a bit lost in pushing work through the system or pulling work through the system. And so if you suffer from not getting enough work through your shop, or the numbers not really coming to where you expect them to be, then I think we've got some solutions for you there. It's quite possible that you deliver vehicles late. It's possible that you let customers down. Maybe you find that customers complain when they're told that their car is going to be delayed yet another day. So that again may be an issue that you have trouble with, and we'll be tackling that specific subject and how to deal with the predictability of getting cars out on time. I know many of you suffer from part supply and struggle around how to deal with part suppliers. The fact that parts turn up inconsistent, parts turn up incorrect, parts turn up damaged, they turn up late, they don't all turn up. Now, if you suffer from that, then that would be a good reason for you to watch some of my videos and understand how you can solve pretty much all of your parts problems almost overnight. And then I guess the final reason you might want to watch is because you've got a great shop, but it's not full. You find, for example, that it's sporadic in its work, in you can't get enough, you wonder how to market yourself, you wonder how to differentiate yourself from others. And so all of those could be areas that you want to research and look at and understand what the mechanics are about getting more work through your door. Now, if any of those problems and issues I've just discussed resound with you in any way, then I urge you to have a look at some of my videos and we'll tackle each one of those problems. But more importantly, we're going to tackle it holistically. When I say holistically, I mean that we're going to take the body shop as a whole and we're going to look at it as a whole, and we're going to make sure that all of the things that we do and all the changes that we make are focused around making sure that everything is done in alignment with the overall vision and the overall goal. And we'll be getting into this stuff. So Bodyshop Revolution is very much about the way in which you work, the way in which you process what you do. Not just the work through the shop, but all the upfront stuff like the estimates, the parts control, dealing with insurers, and then at the back end, the customer experience. So it's very much about the process and the journey through the shop. The other thing we'll be tackling will of course be the way in which you think. Now this is very important, because what happens is that historically we've all grown up learning about the body shop industry in it. We've either come off the tools or we've inherited it from our parents, and we've effectively learnt about how to do the job from those surrounding us. Now the problem with this is that if they didn't have it right in the first place, you've just learnt all of the problems that they already have. And I've yet to find a university or a training course, whether it be Thatcham or iCar, that is specifically about production management, body shop management, increased throughput, reduction of cycle times, and all of those issues that plague us day to day running a collision shop. So we're going to very much look at the way in which you think about the things you do. And we're going to challenge those, because most people are not challenged about their belief systems around collision repair. We just believe this is the way we should be repairing cars. This is the way we believe we should do things. And in many cases, that's completely incorrect. And in fact, we have to be sometimes counterintuitive to actually get the result we want. We have to have a paradigm shift in the way in which we think that is holistic and deals with the end-to-end way of getting cars through your system. Your body shop is a system. So we're going to look at belief systems, and we're going to challenge belief systems, and I think you'll be quite shocked at some of the things that you believe are the best way of repairing cars are actually not. And then finally, we're going to look at internal culture. The internal culture of your business, the way people behave, the way people react and interact with each other, their goals and their visions within the business are often not aligned and often fuzzy, muddy, unclear, and therefore you don't have that purpose in repairing cars that is across the whole group of people within the business. After all, body shop repair is a people business. It's about people. It's not really about cars. Cars are the same all around the world. We just have to find a way of getting people to behave in the way in which we need them to behave, which is in alignment with the visions and goals of the business. Now, if you deal with an improved process, a change of thinking, a change of belief systems, and a change of culture, you get amazing results. By changing the system, by changing the way in which you work, not the speed, not making people work harder, it's not about that at all, not sweating more, not dangling carrots, not using sticks, If we use those methods and create a change in the system, we will find massive results and massive improvements. So what do you like to see? Well, from experience around the world, Australia, Middle East, North America, UK, we have found that when we implement Bodyshop Revolution into an existing shop that is running what we would call traditional methods of repair, and we flip it to the Bodyshop Revolution techniques and processes, we typically find a between 20 and 50% throughput increase. I'll say that again, a 20 to 50% throughput increase from the same people. You're saying, John, how's that possible? I'll show you how it's possible. It's really, really quite simple, but you need to follow me through. You need to understand the theories, you need to learn the theories, and you need to learn the practice. You can't just read this stuff or watch a video and go, woo, it's all great and it's all working and everything's perfect. It doesn't work like that. You have to work at it. I'm here to help. I will come out to help if you need it. I will help at the end of the phone. I will help on emails, and you have these videos to support you and back you up. And there'll be quite a few of them over time on quite big subjects, around, say, theory of constraint or systems thinking, right down to specifics around how to deal with parts, how to deal with particular staff problems, and all those sort of things. So not only can we see a 20 to 50% throughput improvement, but we can also see a key-to-key time, wherever you are today, a key-to-key time halved, or more than halved. It's rare that we don't more than halve your key-to-key time. So again, if you've got insurers that are putting pressure on you maybe, or need you to speed up that time, average say of a 15-hour repair somehow seems to take 8 days to get through, so it has like a touch time of just 2 hours a day, crazy, so 22 hours a day, nothing's happening to the vehicle. We can show you ways and help you to improve your key-to-key time. If you have that getting vehicles out on time problem, with Bodyshop Revolution we bring in a predictability, a mechanism of making sure that cars can be produced almost like a production line on time. So we can actually make sure that you get 95% of your vehicles out on time. Not only that, but we're going to reduce your WIP. Your work in process is going to drop dramatically. When you implement what we do, your work in progress will drop between 50 and 70%. What that means is that between 50 and 70% of your vehicles in your workshop now won't be there, yet you'll be producing more work. Sounds crazy? It's not. It's all mathematically tied. And Bodyshop Revolution is very much about the science of collision repair. It's not about woo-woo stuff and John thinks that and he thinks this. It's about how we've scientifically tested all of the processes that we put in place to make sure that you get the solutions you need. We'll be using a word in Bodyshop Revolution speak called continuous workflow. And continuous workflow is exactly what we say it is. It is making sure that when a vehicle goes into your shop, that it's worked on continuously during the period that it's under your roof. And that is the fastest way to achieve short cycle times. If you can work on your car continuously, you can achieve short cycle times. The challenge, of course, is how do you do that? Because you know as well as I do, that's not easy, otherwise you'd have done it. So we'll be showing you how to achieve continuous workflow with all vehicles, not just fast track vehicles, in your shop. A byproduct of what we do is a reduction in energy costs. If you think about it, a reduction of WIP by 50 to 70%, 50 to less than half the cars that you have in your workshop now won't be there. If that's the case, then if you were to build, for example, a new body shop, you wouldn't need as much floor space. You wouldn't need as big a building. You wouldn't need as much chaos. You wouldn't need as many courtesy cars. All of that is energy, so we can reduce energy consumption within the organisation considerably by implementing a much, much better solution. I think one of the real benefits of Bodyshop Revolution for me is happier people. When you walk into a shop and people are smiling rather than on a Monday morning looking glum and grim, having happy people in the organisation, willing and keen to really get on with work and really get excited about the work is absolutely key. So this whole human behaviour issue is really, really important to make sure that we can get people to perform at their best. And the final outcome, if you get all of that right, of course, is more profit. And the mantra, I think, for most businesses ultimately is more profit, because without more profit, the business isn't sustainable, the business can't grow, the business can't go anywhere, you can't replicate, you can't expand. So getting more net profit is absolutely key to what Bodyshop Revolution's goals are, but that only comes from getting the other stuff right. So if any of this is of interest to you, then I urge you to watch some of my next videos. Now again, I said before, I suggest you watch them in sequence. Every video is numbered, so they are sequential. You can skip about, but if you do, you may miss some vital points. And what's going to happen is you're going to look at it and see, oh, John's talking about something really weird here. Well, what's that about? Well, if you've missed a video, you may not understand a step or a way of thinking, a way in which we actually change a belief system in order to make sure that we can move on to the next step. Remember, we have to deal with this sequentially in the brain, because the brain needs to understand and adapt. And learning is about attaching the unknown to the known. And you know some known, and we've got to kick some known stuff out, but we're going to attach the unknown, which I'm going to hopefully show you. We're going to attach the unknown to the known, and then you can move forward. Only once you've done that will you get the benefits. If you skip bits, you will see some of the benefits not there, or you will not understand what's happening, and when you go to implement them, they'll go wrong, and it'll all go belly up, and you'll be saying, John's an idiot, and it's rubbish. No, just follow through the sequence, watch the videos, make comments, ask questions, and we're there to make sure this works for you. So you can watch them in an audio, but I suggest you don't. Finally, if you like my videos, please click the like button down there. It just means that in YouTube that gets a higher ranking, we get more visitors, and we get more profile, and more body shops are successful. So next video is going to be very much about a bit of detail about our thinking, about how Bodyshop Revolution works and the way in which we approach things. And once we've done that, we can then move on to more specific tasks around design of body shops, engineering, process, people, software, payment schemes, a whole lot. So look forward to seeing you at the next video. See you soon.